Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm back. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of a update here, little chatty life update. So stick around. It feels strange to be back here. It's been a little while. 3 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. And I am glad to be back. There's a lot that has happened. So we very suddenly lost my in-laws, who also happen to be our neighbors. So that has been where I've been, and what I've been doing is just managing all of those things. And it is not over, but that is obviously why YouTube was like the last thing on my list. And amongst lots of other things, right? So that is what's going on, what happened, all of that kind of stuff. And I don't want to hang out there, but that is what is going on. So that means that we took a break from school, of course. And so I think now we are in our second week back after taking a couple of weeks off. I think it was about two weeks. We were off, kind of handling all of that, and then sounds about right. So we are still in our 50 states unit that I made for us. I don't know how many we have done. We're in I. We're going like in alphabetical order. So we're in the I states. I just don't know how many we have completed. And really, we've been enjoying it. It's actually been really fun. We're finding out a lot of information. There is so much packed onto those pages of the 50 States book. It's hard to decide, like, what do we want to explore a little bit more, and what sounds really cool and what doesn't. So I'm finding that some days we're done in 30, 45 minutes. And then some days it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours, just because we're finding things, we're looking up videos, we're talking, we're looking at other books, we're doing other things. And so that actually works out really nice, because that's really what I wanted out of that unit. I wanted us to be able to do as little or as much as we wanted to. And so far I'm finding that it's allowing for that. You can really just kind of narrow it down to exactly what is on your paper, or you can really expand it and really spend a lot of time going through a lot of the different things. Now, we are also doing some of the extra books, The Forgotten Founders, Interactive Constitution. What else? Lots of those picture books, the picture book for each of the 50 states. I will also tell you, we've not been to the library, surprise. So I am very thankful that a lot of the books I was able to get over on thrift books. And so a lot of those we already have here on our bookshelves, but there's probably just about that many as well. It's probably about 50-50 that is available through our public library. But again, I haven't gotten to the library. And I've actually been able to find all of them on YouTube as a read aloud. So if I don't physically have the book here, we've just been doing YouTube read aloud, and that has worked out great. And actually, it's really not a bad way to do it, because then I don't have to read more on top of reading all the things in the book, plus reading like our actual chapter book read aloud, and then reading a picture book, and then reading math, and You know what I'm saying? So it is a nice little break, not a bad way that has kind of worked out. Speaking of read alouds, we finished our first read aloud that I had planned for the 50 States unit, which was Rush Revere and the First Patriots. We have completed that one. We are on to our next read aloud, which is the Tuttle Twins, The Law. I only purchased that one. I did briefly think about purchasing like a bundle deal because they had it at like a really, really good price, but I just didn't want to commit to that because I wasn't sure how we were gonna feel about the Tuttle Twins books, how they would work for us, that kind of thing. So we are working through that one as our read aloud. What else? And I'll do like a full review at the end of the year on kind of our thoughts on all of those. But that's where we are with that. I don't know what we're going to do for read aloud after. I have a couple other ones over here I'm thinking we may do, or I may just break it up and try and do just like a fun something, like something that is not necessarily related to the 50 states or anything like that, you know, because we have two that are, which the Tuttle Twins kind of isn't, but it is kind of around that same kind of thought of, you know, American economics, that kind of thing. So I may just like totally switch it up and go, I don't know, maybe we'll go back to Charlotte's Web. It's like a classic, a favorite. I don't know. So that's where we're at with the unit study. Math, we're still going strong with math. Independent reading, we're still doing good on those. Just trying to kind of get back in the swing of things for that. We did start co-op again, so we did have to adjust our schedule. What I originally thought was going to work for our 50 states schedule and the number of states and all that stuff, we had to adjust because co-op is a little bit of a longer day, and neither one of us are schooling when we get home from school. I mean, when we get home from co-op. I don't feel like it. She doesn't feel like it. There are other things that need to happen. And so we just don't school then. Still getting math in. We are really, really close to the end of unit 3, I think. I think this one is broken up into 4 units. And recently started multiplication, so that's been really fun. We actually started multiplication the day that we came back from our break. And so that was just a fun, exciting kind of thing, you know, that we got to do, was start multiplication in Math 2 from Good and Beautiful. I think that's really all. Bible, we're still doing Bible, just trying to get ourselves back into the swing of things, which we're just starting. And it's a lot. And trying to manage school, get us back functioning somewhat and back to normal, on top of recovering from 2 weeks of just, you know, everything everywhere, and just, you know, not paying any attention to really anything that's going on at home, or, you know, things like that. Like, you know, it's a process, and now there are added things that we're taking care of and that we have to do and plan for. You know, there's a lot of things that are happening, and so it's going to be a slow process trying to get us back in order. But I am very, very much looking forward to getting back into the swing of videos. I have been a little bit more active back on Made to Homeschool. Just again, trying to get myself back on my normal rhythm and my normal schedule, because I was doing good, y'all. I was doing good. We was moving and grooving, and all the things were working, and I had my set times and my schedules, and then God said, nope, I got something else I'm gonna need you to handle. And so it's just an adjustment. And that's just what we're gonna do, is we're just going to adjust, and we're gonna take things one day at a time. Sometimes it's moments. Sometimes I get in the middle of something and I'm like, yep, nope, can't do that. I'm not there, you know. Gonna have to take a minute, and we'll just come back to this later. We'll do something different. And I have a feeling it's probably going to be that way for a little bit. However, it does feel nice to have kind of our normal things back, co-op, all that jazz. I do have a couple exciting things that I am working on, that hopefully within the next week or so, y'all don't hold me to that. Don't, okay, like just, I'm hoping, right? So don't like be expecting something in a week, because I'm not making any promises, but I am hoping, maybe within a week or so, I'll be able to show you guys these other things, that I have kind of been working on. What else? I think that's it. Looking forward to it cooling down. I don't know about y'all, but it's been about 197 degrees here. And this is why we school through the summer. Because when I tell you it is miserable outside, I mean miserable. I go and do animals, like feed up and clean the things and stalls and all that stuff. I do all that at like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. It takes me roughly 20 to 30 minutes, and it never fails. I am pouring sweat, drenched, disgusting, need to go take a shower. It is that hot. It's 7:30 in the morning. So this is why we don't do that. So I am looking forward to the cooler weather, because that means we're done with the school year. It means we get to have weekends home with Dad out in the woods, and just a break, you know, which I am going to need. I'm going to need that time. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be happening. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to that time. Let's finish out the school year, finish out 50 states, and let's just take a break, reset, get ourselves back together, handle what we need to handle, and, you know, get prepared for a new year, and just kind of move things along. So that's the update, you guys. That's where we're at. That's what's going on. Oh, one other little update. We now have an inside dog. So that's been a fun adventure. Thankfully, she is not a puppy, and thankfully she knows us very, very well. And she seems to be adjusting. She's liking it here. It's my daughter has really enjoyed having a new pup, and especially a pup inside the house. So that's been a really fun and nice thing that we have been able to do. If you happen to be in Made to Homeschool and you are looking forward to my workshop, I had to move that, because that was like during those couple of weeks. And so we moved that actually has been moved until towards the end of September. So if you'll just go into Made to Homeschool, into your meetups, you'll be able to see there. I want to say it's the 28th, September 28th. It could be the 25th, but it's somewhere right there. So just check your date for that. So sorry that I had to move it, but that just is the way that it is. I think that is it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.